Hey guys, hope you're having a great week. We are in the middle of October here already, which is kind of hard to believe. But I hope your fall's going well, and I hope you enjoying everything. Today, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about your metabolism and how it's kind of like your body's thermostat, really. And a lot of people, when they think about their metabolism, they think about it either being fast or slow, and there's not a whole lot they can do. They're just born with a fast metabolism or born with a slow metabolism, things like that. There can be a little bit of truth to that, but a lot of times, you know, there's a lot of things we do outside or that are in our control, I guess, that can control how well our metabolism and how healthy our metabolism is. And it's really like I said, it's like a thermostat. We can turn it up, we can turn it down by different activities and behaviors and things like that. So one of the things that we see a lot of people mess their metabolism up with is by low calorie dieting, and especially a history of chronic low calorie dieting. So this is really anything below 1200 calories, but really it's anything below your basal metabolic rate. And your basal metabolic rate is basically the set point of how many calories your body requires just to keep you alive each day. And so that's like no activity, it's just like laying in bed. The easiest way to tell this is on your InBody, there's a section on the right side of that, and it'll say, I think it says research measures, and it says basal metabolic rate, BM or RMR or BMR, something like that, that's over there. And when you look at that, that's going to have a calorie number on there. So it might be 1200, 1600, whatever. But whatever your number is, you never want to eat below that number. The reason for that is when you go below that, you're now no longer providing enough calorie intake to provide the energy for your body to just keep up with its needs to keep you alive. So like your heart rate going, breathing, cell regeneration, that sort of stuff. So when we go into a deficit that's below our BMR there, what will happen is our body will naturally slow our metabolism down. And this is what happens with a lot of these low calorie diets is if you're eating 1200 calories and your BMR is running at 1600, or if you're on a 500 calorie diet or anything like that, yeah, you'll lose weight. And usually it works once. You can kind of starve yourself skinny once. But over time, what'll happen is your body will lower that will lower your metabolism down to meet that new number. Then when you go back to eating normal or eating a little bit more, it doesn't come back up real fast, and it doesn't like to come up. It kind of gets stuck down there. So what it'll end up doing is it will store all that excess food or excess calories, and it's going to store that as fat. And that's why people that the yo-yo diet, or they're like, oh, I lost the weight, but then I gained it all back and more, and things like that. That's why this happens. The bad thing is if we have somebody that's been a chronic dieter, a chronic low-calorie dieter their whole life, what starts to happen is they now are bringing their metabolism lower and lower each time, and they're creating more and more metabolic damage on their metabolism. So their metabolism might be running really slow. So that makes it very hard to lose weight. The good news is, though, that when this is the case, we can undo it through a technique we call reverse dieting, which will be in another tip here. But it takes a lot of time and it's a lot of work to bring that back up, and there's usually some weight gain in that, but we need to get that metabolism back up running healthy in order to kickstart weight loss. So the biggest thing is to not get yourself there in the first place. So if you've been doing low calorie diets and been like kind of, I'm going to say, starving yourself, things like that, stop, talk to, Tammy's here, talk to her, schedule an appointment with her, start working with her, some things like that. She can help you with that reverse diet and get you back up, get that metabolism running better to help you lose weight and things like that. And it's going to take time. It could take 6 to 12 months for some people, depending there too. So this isn't like a quick fix or anything either too. And then one last thing I just want to kind of throw in, I just was thinking about here a bit. A lot of people don't realize when they categorize places for like starvation and things like that, it's basically categorized on caloric intake. And the first level of starvation starts at 1200 calories. we've got a lot of people that eat less than 1,200 calories in this country. So you're kind of eating at like what would be considered a starving level for there. And that's just not good. So, like I said, find out what your BMR is. It's on your InBody sheet, and then you can track your calories in something like MyFitnessPal, anything like that. But see where your calories are. And if they're not meeting that, you're not getting enough in, and we need to bump that up a little bit. So I hope you found that helpful today, and I'll talk to you guys here next week.